Welcome back to Woodcraft716.com. I'm Mike Weibel, and on this channel we build awesome projects with inexpensive tools. Sometimes we do tips and tricks, sometimes we do tool reviews, and of course we do build videos. Today we're going to be reviewing Bauer's 20-volt cordless hammer drill and the corded jigsaw. We'll check out these tools and I'll give you my impression at the end of the video. So let's get started. I just want to start off by saying that I'm not affiliated with Harbor Freight in any way, shape, or form. I bought these with my own money and I'm going to give you an honest review. If you're interested in any of these tools, I'll put a card above and a link in the description below to a video where you can enter to win these tools. So let's take a closer look at the jigsaw and see what kind of features it has on it. So looking at this thing from the side, it's got these plastic runners that run underneath it so you don't mar up your wood. I think that's a pretty good idea. It also has a couple different settings on here for how you're going to set your blade to cut straight lines or curves. All the way down is curves and all the way up is a straight line. It also has a vacuum port on it that just slides in. Of course my shop vac doesn't fit on it. I'm going to have to buy an adapter. But once this is on, it has a forward to draw the sawdust out the front, or if you're going to use your vacuum, it'll suck it out the back just by flicking that switch. I think that's kind of cool. The top has a speed control 1 through 6, 6 being the fastest. And on the front, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has a laser guide. And that works really well, and it's pretty true to a straight line. Now we'll just put a blade in this thing and see how it cuts. So we'll start with the tool unplugged, and you just lift this little plastic door, put your blade in the track and in the holder, and with your finger on the other side, lift up the little lever and push the blade in. Once the blade's in, check it to make sure that it's nice and tight, close your door, and we're good to go. We'll just make a couple cuts and then take a look at them. We'll start with a 90-degree cut and cut that one off. Then we'll put a curve on it, changing the adjustment to the curve setting, which is the lowest setting, and we'll cut our curve. And as you can see, our curve and our straight cut came out just fine. So everything seems to be okay. It's got good weight to it. I did cut it on 5 instead of 6. It just felt like it was cutting more material. But if I turned it down to 4, it was a little too slow. And the difference between the straight cut setting and the curve setting is just it pushes the blade forward a little so that you can make a straighter cut. So overall, I think this thing did a pretty good job. It cut the curve okay, it cut a straight line fine. I used it in a bench build and it worked just fine. So for under 50 bucks, I think this thing is worth it. Now we'll just take a look at the drill and see what this thing has to offer. So the first thing we'll look at is the 20-volt lithium-ion battery. You just click the button in the front and slide the handle back, just like that. One of the nice features about this drill is it's got a real nice weight. It's comparable to all your higher end drills. It's got a 1/2-inch all metal chuck, and most of the front of the drill is metal, which you don't see in a lot of the cheaper brands. It's got a drill, a screw, and a hammer drill setting. It also has the 2 speeds on top. So I'm happy with that. There's also an LED light that goes on when you pull the trigger. That's pretty useful. And on the back of the battery, there's an indicator as to how full the battery is. Okay, let's start drilling some holes. So we drilled over 50 holes. Now we're going to see if we can put 50 screws in. These are 1 5/8" drywall screws, so they're not very big, but 50 is a lot. And that's 50 screws, no problem. Our battery life only used 1 bar. Now we'll drive in some 3-inch screws. It's really working well with the 3-inch screws, just driving them straight in. You can see how deep it buried the head. No problems there on power. So all in all, I'd say this bad boy held up pretty good. It's got lots of power and torque. For the price value, I think that this is well worth the money, and hopefully you get some years out of it. It's a great entry-level tool, and I'm backing this one up. So my overall review of these tools is that they're both pretty decent. The Jigsaw cuts just fine. It's got some decent power and should last a long time. And the drill, I'm really impressed with the drill. It seems to hold up well, it drives the screws no problem, and it drills holes no problem. What more could you ask for? I'll give these my stamp of approval. I haven't used them very long, just a couple of days to build that bench and film this video. But I really do like them. I think they held up just fine. I expect these tools to hold up for a good long time, and you still have a chance to win it. So go ahead and check out that video, subscribe, like, and share. Do all the social media things. That's the best way to help this small channel grow. And remember to always create and inspire. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the giveaway video.